Hi, everybody. This is the comic book the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, and welcome back to the comic book hut. And hope you like this video. So, as you know, the Fantastic Four is going to be coming out in a few weeks, and don't know what this movie is going to bring. Obviously, Marvel is a complete unmitigated disaster, aside from Deadpool, but that was done a lot by Fox, that movie. But the disaster that is the MCU continues. As you know, Thunderbolts didn't do well at the box office because nobody wants to see a bunch of losers as a superhero team. And now we have the Fantastic Four, and they've already gender swapped the Silver Surfer. This is Charlotte Balls. It's not Norrin Radd, who is the Silver Surfer. This is just somebody cosplay pretending to be. And I've seen some of the effects of this particular version of the Surfer. It's not nearly as good as the 2007 one. That has turned out to be at a very high level, to where this level of this Surfer is not very good. Now, this is from Phantom Pulse. Sex swap Silver Surfer described as more perfect than you know. How can you be more perfect? Nobody, and the heart means nobody is perfect. Nobody. Anything is perfect. Nothing's perfect. Shield media outlet Collider and writer Coulier Jennings described that Julie Garner's sex swap Silver Surfer in the MCU is actually more perfect than you know. Again, nothing is perfect. And this is not a real person. It's a fictional character created by flawed people. The Substack is reader supported. To receive new posts and support my work, consider becoming a free. It doesn't matter about this. Anyway, in the article, Coulier cites Garner's recent comments in Entertainment Weekly, where she admits she was surprised that Marvel Studios cast her as the Silver Surfer, as well as everybody else. She was asked, were you a fan of the Fantastic Four or the Silver Surfer before joining this movie, or did you have to go on a deep dive in the comics after you were cast? Garner replied, knew the basis of certain comic book characters, and that there was the Marvel world and the DC world, and they're very different. Oh, he's right off the bat. Nobody knows the material. I knew about some of the famous comic book characters, probably some of the movies that you saw. Some of them I didn't know. So when I got presented with this opportunity, I was like, what? Wait, what, me? Yeah, I was in disbelief almost because it was so cool. Yeah, okay. I knew who the Silver Surfer was, and I got to know the Silver Surfer more when I signed on to the project. I really dived in. I read a lot of Fantastic Four and Silver Surfer comics before starting the project. I knew that this Fantastic Four was going to be told in a very different way than even the other movies. And here's the thing, folks. Not a lot of people know who the Silver Surfer is. And I'm going to be honest. I think a lot of people don't know who the Fantastic Four is. This is, as important as they are, some people are not necessarily in tune to it. Everybody knows who Spider-Man is, the Hulk. They know Captain America is, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Robin. Not everybody's in tune to everything that's going on. And I can guarantee you this woman didn't know who the Silver Surfer was. If she knew anything about him, she probably knew him about the movie back in 2007, to be honest with you. Later in the interview, she was asked about the casting process and admitted she was perplexed when it was revealed to her she would play a sex swap Silver Surfer. We met up at some restaurant in Burbank or something. I don't even remember. Boy, this is great. Somebody with a great memory. But I knew it was for the Fantastic Four, and then I was confused because I was like, wait, isn't the Silver Surfer a man? And I was just like, okay, well, I'll play anything. I need a job. I was a very big fan of Matt's, so I guess that's the director. So there was already in my mind, like, I should probably meet with Matt Shakman because he's a very smart director and I love his work. And then he was explaining to me that it's actually Shia LaBeouf and that whole thing. Now, I'm going to say this. If you're going to introduce the Fantastic Four, into a new universe, do the classic versions. Then you can play off of this other stuff. When you do this other monkey crap, and that's what this is, it confuses, it pisses off the regular comic book movie fan and the regular comic book reader to begin with. And why you're doing this right off the bat is just stupidity on the march. As Coulier noted, Garner had also shared that her character will seemingly have similar motivations to Norrin Radd. Of course, it's going to be really interesting. I have to be so cryptic about everything, otherwise I'm gonna have Marvel come after me. But it was described as there's this mystery about her, and there's this sense of this ambitious energy going on, whether she's good or not. Isn't that how it is with the surfer in the beginning? You realize he was noble. We all know the story of the surfer, selfless. She is the herald and the herald of Galactus, so she works for Galactus. I ain't gonna work for no man. He's not a man, he's a god. I'm surprised they didn't sex swap Galactus. But you're not sure where she stands. Does she stand with her boss, or is she just doing what she's told, or just does whatever she wants, or just doesn't stop talking like most women? She has this mysterious energy about her, and slowly that mystery will get solved with the audience throughout watching it. Let me tell you, any interaction you have with a woman, folks, there's nothing mysterious about it. A woman in 10 minutes will tell you the whole life story, and then you're at the point like, shut up. When asked what is different from other live action Silver Surfers, she said, "What makes this version different is that this movie is just different. First of all, I'm a woman, so that's already different, and it hasn't been told before." No, I know, we didn't see these female-centric movies. This Silver Surfer feels more mysterious in a way, even how it was written, than the other ones. There's only one other. It's only one. Also, just the world feels so different with the 1960s retro futurism going on. The audience is going to get a completely different experience with this movie, so they'll have a clean palette. After highlighting much of this, Coulier then discusses how he thinks sex swapping the Silver Surfer allows Marvel Studios to make comparisons to Sue Storm. He writes that the FF First Steps is truly aiming to stand out from his predecessors. A link between Sue and Charlotte Ball is one of the best ways to do that. Well, first of all, they're, women. They reject the family. They reject white men. That's why she's with Pablo Pascual in this movie. Really. He writes, he then cites a recent comic written by Donny Cates. Oh boy, isn't he Satanist? Is he still around? Didn't he get gobbled up by the demons? I thought he got destroyed, didn't he? That depicts the Silver Surfer and Charlotte Ball contemplating having a child before Galactus arrives to Zenn-La. He says if the film adapts to this, it would truly make Charlotte Ball the mirror image of Sue, as she gave up her future to secure her family. I gave up my future for this guy. It sounds very selfless, but for some reason you read this, it sounds very selfish. I don't know why. And the fact that you mentioned Donny Cates. Donny Cates. Like I said, I thought he was consumed by a demon. I thought he was consumed by, by all the things that they worship, that he and Heather Antis worship. Just asking, is he still around? I don't even know. Anyway, you let me know what you think about this video. I'm a big fan of the Fantastic Four, but I do not have good feelings about this particular movie. This movie does not sound like it's something that's my cup of tea. And part of it is because you're going away from the original source. There's nothing wrong with those stories. Part of it, you know what it is, folks? Part of it is about the ideas that you get from white people. This is what it comes down to. Of liberty and freedom. You don't get it from these people. Because they're satanic and evil. And the fact that some of this story is being taken from Donny Cates, it's from Satan himself. Let me tell you something. There's so many of these CIA agents running around and CIA assets running around in the comic industry. It'd make your head stand. Like Tom King. Don't doubt me. And you get people that are complete total dumb cups like Heather Antos. You telling me that she's not an asset somewhere for somebody? Well, you let me know what you think about this video. And of course, please subscribe to the Comic Book Hut. I'll see you later.